My husband cheated on me, but he forgot I'm an attorney. My name is Elena. I'm 34, and I've been a practicing attorney for nearly a decade. I've fought tooth and nail for my clients in the courtroom, divorce cases, custody battles, contract disputes. But I never expected to one day have to build a case against my own husband. I married Daniel, 37, a charming entrepreneur, 6 years ago. On paper, we were perfect. Two ambitious professionals, building a life together. He always liked to say we were a power couple. I believed him. I wanted to believe him. But the truth, he wasn't just cheating on me. He was underestimating who I really am. It started small. A late meeting here. A vague client dinner there. As a lawyer, I noticed inconsistencies like bloodhounds catch scent. His timelines didn't add up. He said he was at a restaurant with clients, but the receipt I found in his pocket was from a hotel bar across town. He said he was too tired for intimacy, but his cologne smelled stronger than usual, like he'd refreshed it at midnight. At first, I brushed it off. Stress, exhaustion, work. But then one night, he slipped. I was working late in my home office, documents spread all over the dining table. His phone buzzed on the counter. A preview of a message popped up. Normally, I respect privacy, but that night, something in me knew. The text read,
"Last night was unforgettable. Can't stop thinking about you. Same place next week."
My chest tightened, my hands went cold. And then I saw the contact name, Melissa, his secretary. He didn't know who he was married to. I didn't confront him immediately. I went into attorney mode. Rule number 1 in litigation, never go to battle without your evidence airtight. So I began building my case. Emails. I installed software on our shared laptop that logged keystrokes. Within a week, I had screenshots of him emailing her from his business trips. Bank records. I pulled up our joint accounts, multiple charges for luxury hotels, all coinciding with his conferences. Witnesses. A paralegal friend of mine agreed to tail him once. She sent me photos of him and Melissa walking hand in hand into a hotel lobby. By the time I confronted him, I had a binder. Yes, a literal binder. I waited until dinner. Candlelight, wine, steak. He thought it was just a normal Thursday night. I slid the binder across the table. He frowned, confused, flipping it open. Photo after photo, receipts, emails, messages. His face went pale. "You really thought you could outsmart a woman who spends her life cross-examining liars?" I asked, my voice calm, steady. The same voice I use in court when I already know the witness has perjured themselves. He stammered, denied, begged. But the evidence was indisputable. Here's where it got interesting. He thought he could charm his way out. He thought maybe if he cried, promised therapy, begged forgiveness, I'd fold. He didn't realize I had already spoken to a divorce attorney, my colleague, my friend, and had the papers drafted. In my state, adultery still carries weight in divorce proceedings. He had not only cheated, but he had used marital assets, our money, to fund his affair. That, legally speaking, is called marital waste. I filed for divorce, citing adultery and marital waste. His reaction? Fury. Suddenly, the man who once whispered sweet nothings was now threatening to ruin me, financially. The irony almost made me laugh. I reminded him very politely that, unlike him, I knew the law. He hired an attorney. A mediocre one, honestly. I knew every trick his lawyer would try, because I've been in that position myself. I anticipated each move before it happened. When they tried to argue his spending wasn't proof of adultery, I had the photos. When they claimed Melissa was just a friend, I produced the hotel receipts and the text logs. When they attempted to discredit me as a vindictive wife, I calmly reminded the judge that I was presenting facts, not emotions. Piece by piece, I dismantled him. The judge awarded me the majority of our assets, including the house. He was ordered to pay spousal support for the next 3 years. Melissa? She lost her job after her involvement came to light. The last time I saw him was outside the courthouse. He glared at me like I had ruined his life. But here's the truth. He ruined it himself. All I did was present the evidence. Walking away, I felt a strange mix of grief and empowerment. I loved him once, deeply. But the betrayal, the disrespect, that ended us long before the gavel came down. I'm not just an attorney. I'm a woman who knows her worth.